You're watching KQFC TV.
Go Burgers!
Good afternoon to you all and welcome to a very sunny Olympic Village as Heidelberg hosts their traditional rivals South Melbourne in the big derby. We've got a big show for you this week. We'll catch up with some past legends, all the big highlights from today's game and of course post-match interviews. So stay tuned, we've got a lot coming up for you. On HUFC TV we're here with former Heidelberg great Theo Selemidis. Theo, what does this occasion mean to you, remembering back in your days playing for the club?
Well, look, obviously there's a lot of excitement and always was the biggest game for us and probably still is now with the current teams. You know, they certainly want to be beating each other. I'm excited to be here amongst not only our current fans and players, but obviously to catch up with some of the old faces. You know?
And what would you say were one of your favourite memories from the big Greek derby?
I don't know. Even some of the banter that the fans from the opposite side, you know, like they'd be swearing, you know, which is not nice to swear, but it was in a fun sort of manner. And I used to personally found it inspiring that, you know, that you're going to be teasing me like that. Motivation, exactly.
Jimmy Campbell, a former great of Heidelberg United. Jimmy, what does this occasion mean to you, remembering back your playing days?
Oh, look, coming back, it brings so many memories to be back. But to be invited and to come and see the South Melbourne v Heidelberg games, which used to be famous for us and large crowds and, you know, big bonuses if we won, which was always good. But it's always I love coming down here. I love coming down here to watch the guys.
And what are your favourite memories of the derby days?
Winning. Yes. Winning quite a lot more than we lost. So that was my memories. Big crowds. The crowds were awesome. Whether it was at Olympic Park in my first year, we played at Middle Park, and I think there was 18 to 20,000 all crammed into Middle Park, and then we played them in the second round, and we beat them 5-2, and we had a huge bonus on that game. So I remember John Margaritis was our coach then, and yeah, it was a really big day for us. It was great.
Well, let's hope it's a repeat today.
You never know. I know it's going to be tighter today than those days, but because I think we're playing against Hellas, who are the champions from last year, and I think we've got a good chance of winning today.
Now, Andy, what does it mean remembering the good old days with the derby?
You know, the last time I came here, I commentated a derby between South Melbourne and Heidelberg, and the funny thing was we had a platform set up by Harry Michaels here, and I was copping a bit of abuse from some of the Hellas supporters, as is the norm. I had to climb up it, and then some of the Heidelberg supporters started saying things to me, and a guy grabs it as Heidelberg have equalised. Well done. As I climbed up, the Heidelberg supporters that were giving me a bit of ribbing, one old bloke grabs the guy and goes, "If to see the Paschalidis, he's Pondian, he's one of us."
And George, what are some of your great memories of these traditional derbies?
Normally when I was here, I was president of South Melbourne, so it was a little bit different. Let's just say that I heard every pointed comment ever directed my way.
And what?
I pretended I didn't, but let me tell you, I heard every one.
Fit for broadcast?
None. And we're not going to replay any either.
And so what are your thoughts today? I mean, let's get a prediction. What do you think will happen today?
Oh, look, you know, I'm probably not one to predict, but it's been a pretty good start, 3 wins and 1 loss. And look, for me personally, just to be back here to reflect on, this is a historic venue. Unfortunately, new football hasn't really recognised as much as they should old football. It's changed. And we've got 2 iconic teams. The Greek derby, yes it is. It is the Greek derby, end of story. We are a multicultural country, of course, but South Melbourne Hellas, Heidelberg Alexander, when you put them two together, everyone knows what the battle's all about.
That's what real football's about, isn't it? And George, I know you're probably a bit mixed about this, but give me some thoughts about today. What do you think will be the end result?
Well, I actually think both sides have come at it this year. George has promised me that he's going to get a win straight up, yeah, and he did. The boys delivered, which is fantastic. South Melbourne, I got it right, sir. SMFC. What they did from day one, they've been worked up thoroughly by the success of Bentley Greens, right? Yeah. In fact, both clubs are seriously cheesed off by the fact that they missed out last year in Bentley Greens. John Anastasiadis and the boys had a fabulous Football Federation Cup run, and they ended up playing at one time the leaders of the A-League, and they put up a great show for the first 40 minutes. And I'll tell you what, I was hoping that Bentley Greens would score early, and they almost did. And had they scored, we would have seen a very different game.
We're here with Pete Blasby, former goalkeeping great. Pete, great to see you here on the big traditional derby.
Thanks, John. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, Pete, what are your summer fond memories that you've had from the traditional derby?
Well, I can remember back in the day, back in the old Fitzroy footy ground, that when I played against Hellas, we had 20,000. That was my first debut against Hellas, and unfortunately we got beat 2-1, but it was a fond memory, and it was a great day. Yeah.
And what was some of the banter like those days?
Oh, it was good. I mean, I was only new to the team then, and obviously I kept myself pretty quiet and just watched. So yeah, it was good. I was only a boy. Yeah.
And Pete, what were the fans like? Obviously, with Big Bus playing in front of such big crowds there.
Passionate, yeah. Because I've come from the provisional league or district leagues, and whether we only had 50 supporters, and to come to see 20,000 people, it's a buzz. It's
big jump up in level.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, it was really, really good.
And welcome to the Olympic Village on this beautiful autumn afternoon. Doug Hodgson, Greg making commentary for Heidelberg United TV for what is always a preeminent fixture. It's Heidelberg United Alexander hosting South Melbourne Hellas, and Dougie, the derby game. It doesn't fail to excite, does it? And a terrific crowd in at the village this afternoon.
Blakey, they're special. They're special days in any derbies all over the world. It is, it's fantastic, especially the Greek one. Being involved in it, thousands and thousands of people. Obviously, there's some boys out there like Georgie said, they haven't played in it. Hopefully, they get a taste of it. Hopefully, they'll pick the game up a little bit more. And away we go, Blakey.
We're off to a start at the village with Heidelberg United in the home colours of yellow and black, and they're heading to the right of screen. Free kick, Hellas. Heidelberg storm forward, awkward ball, Norton there, takes it on the bounce. Short ball toward midfield. Epifano. And again, a straight pass from South Melbourne Hellas. That's 2 or 3 in the early going. Perhaps nerves getting the better of them. Jamie Cummings lofts one down the line for the running Kenny Theo. Theo toward the byline, cuts it back easy for the goalkeeper, Roganovic. And we are scoreless after 2 minutes at the village on Derby Day.
The referee will have no problem. Play on. He's got the 5 seconds rule. Turns, looks up, turns once, twice. Masters out underneath.
Oh.
Head clash. Well done by...
Brave then by Griffin McMaster.
Took 2 out.
The South Melbourne player down.
Looks like 2 boys, one of them's up, which is good to see. I can't see from here, mate, who has took that clash. And obviously going in with the goalkeeper, they normally protect themselves very well.
No. Fair contest. The South Melbourne player will get attended to by the trainer, 4.5 minutes old. It's Cody Martindale, the man down. And the trainer comes on to have a look. Lewich on the turn. Pass McMaster, goal. Boom. 11 minutes in. And Lewich
You don't give him space.
gets the
like
opener. No, you cannot. And wasn't a finish.
that. The big
Really,
fella.
really special.
There's a pity back little pony up again in there, mate. Tell you what, mate, lethal. You put the ball in the 18-yard box, he's going to go one way. Disappointing there. Got a turn, made some space, struck it beautifully. Burgers, they've got to be on their toes here. Down, it came from the right-hand side. You know, and I've said this all along with Costa. Kanapiakis should be, mate, he needs to be either or either. Diagonal ball, here we go again, where is he? He's got that much speed, he should be up there, all the
Norton,
way.
the man back.
Yeah, good awareness coming in now. Back stick, running, movement, great dangerous
Oh
ball
dear,
in.
McMaster.
I tell you what,
Quarter life there.
that was great ball in, great run, picked the front man off, got across him, and a great, he comes across the goal, so don't use your speed, plays it out wide, down as far as Shepherd. Shepherd on the ball, 1-2 offside, the linesman will say, you can see that from here, time he runs. Left footed, it's going to be swung in, two hands go up, that's got snow on it, pace, wins the header, far keeper comes up with a lovely spicking,
Great overhead take again then
Took it
by
nice.
Roganovic.
nice and clean as well. He's had a look around, he's done quite well, the keeper. He hasn't really been tested, but what he's had to do, he's done quite comfortable.
He's been clean, that's the other thing.
Nice and sharp on the right hand side, final. Neslic is looking, run,
Good little pass.
midfielder, in there, pace, turns down in there, different over. But Marston's working over that side though, mate.
Chris and Shaw and assertive. Hellas again then going forward.
That's better football, little triangles, but we got further movement, give it away cheaply. Can he get it over and around?
Can he do it yet?
Takes out the micrometer, makes the calculation.
Not bad, reflection.
Well done by the goalkeeper. Took a deflection. Goalkeeper was never ever
Troubled.
tested.
Wasn't troubled at all. Watched it all the way into his hands. Strike, looked long, look at him on his own. With ball watching, boys, to the best of it.
Epifano again for
it in.
South Melbourne.
Look at
Been
the
very
numbers.
busy out left. Epifano runs into the penalty box. Epifano with the cut back and the chance almost taken by the big man Milos Lujic again. Chris, sharp, clear and assertive going forward again then Hellas. Jamie Cummings with the free kick for Heidelberg United. They're still down by 1. 9 minutes on 9 minutes. Lujic.
fellas in goal, strikes!
Wow.
Opportunity could have been.
That was a half chance.
He threw out the great big giraffe leg and
That landed on the road.
It was
looked-
unfortunate.
it,
Had he been a Messi, about 5'2", he would have got that, I think.
he actually looked as if he was being controlled by puppet strings. The leg went out at a very odd angle. Yes.
On the
Let's see
ball.
if they can create an opening from this opportunity.
Need to get across the goalkeeper. Rule his thumb. Runs, moves.
Not bad
Yeah.
ball, keeper's ball.
No one across the
He's won it,
keeper.
yeah, nobody to come up.
You know, it's just, as we used to say, that's cherries for keepers. They did that all day. That's their job. You know, no one's attacked the ball.
Roganovic has not been tested at all so far this afternoon. And, well, I thought there'd be more stoppage time than that. We have half time. The curtains are drawn on half number 1 here at the Olympic Village. Heidelberg United Television. Doug Hodgson, George Donikian and Greg Blake on deck. The half-time score at the Village on Derby Day, on the most subliminal of autumn days that you could possibly wish for. Half-time score, Heidelberg United, Alexander 0, South Melbourne, Hellas 1, and to wrap it up at the break, George Donikian and Doug Hodgson.
Blakey.
And welcome back to the Olympic Village on Derby Day, number 1, 2015. And Heidelberg United start the second half playing.
Someone down, Blakey. I know you
to the
can't
left.
see it. There's a pole. I do apologise for buttoning my son. There's a pole there. I can't see who it is, Greg, but I'm tipping.
I'm tipping it's a player. We are Heidelberg will be heading to the left of screen in the second half. Heidelberg United TV. They're down by a goal to nil.
He's got up, which is great. He's on the way, which is good. The referee will say play. We're away. Small ball, what's he done? Called it back. Hey, it's a good start by Blake. A bit more tempo, a bit more urgency at the pace. No, he's done me a kipper. Third time, fourth time. Just give him the ball and get it moving. Clipped away again, holds in play. Good little flip by Costa again, but no. That's the crowd going off because of the raffle. Ball played in, south, looks up. Boys in it, cheeky boy, big fella on the loss of this, looking for support, finds it. Theodore dances one, dances two, ball played out wide, looks up. Anyway, Shepard picks someone, Randy shoots up, strikes, and he'll. Oh! No! We have a game back on here, Greg Blake and Andy Paschalidis. We are here.
Absolute
the village in
beauty.
around 6. What a great
Absolute
strike.
beauty from Kane Shepard.
You know what, Blakey, I was going to say, when that ball didn't go in down this end, I thought, you know what, it's going to be one of them, the Burgers are going to get a goal in.
And credit to the fight back. You know, there's a lot of players that have stepped up in the second half. McMaster, you said that he see much of that. That's what goalkeepers are there for. Close them down, narrow the angle, throw your body low. He didn't, counter punch. Wonderful finish. A deserved equaliser.
And came out. Wade's touch wasn't that good.
No.
Came in,
But second bite of the cherry and whack.
persevered, kept going, determination, resilient, wanted it, rolled the sleeves, and they got someone out.
There's going to be a
Fantastic.
twist in this one, boys.
I reckon there
There's
is.
still more to come.
Well, it's been a special day. The crowds were pouring in 20, 30 minutes after kick-off.
Can you see the pressure though, Blakey? What Heidelberg's doing now? First to the ball, wanting it, going to it.
Bulgaris again.
Can he whip it in? Left foot, cleaned up.
No. And Hellas will
With numbers 3
release it.
versus 2.
It's the super sub Minopolis.
He knows he's there.
Minopolis
He's gonna hold him.
Epifano, who was electrifying in the first half. Epifano sells the dummy, but in the end, Heidelberg United will quell the danger. We're 48 minutes in.
There has been some injuries. I tell you what, that was a vital challenge there, Andy and Blakey. Hey, if that wasn't timed, it would have been, here we go, the referee is called it. That is the final whistle. Greg Blake, Andy Paschalidis, we have a draw here at Olympic Village.
So on Heidelberg United television on a beautiful, delightful, subliminal afternoon in, what the hell month are we in? April. Gorgeous weather, great crowd, great old stars, and a marvellous game. South Melbourne Hellas dominating the first half here on enemy territory. Going ahead after 9 minutes through Milos Lujic. The equaliser in an engrossing second half comeback by Heidelberg United Alexander. Kane Shepard getting the equaliser on 60. Chances are plenty, great goalkeeping, great atmosphere, great commentary team. And to wrap it up on this wonderful PS4 round 6 afternoon, Andy Paschalidis and Dougie Hodgson.
Here we've got Heidelberg coach George Katsakis. George, boys took a long time to settle down into that game, but once we got going, certainly pulled a heap of pressure on South Melbourne.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll slow off the mark, to be quite honest. But once we get a bit of momentum and put some structures in place at half time, make it a couple of changes during that second half, we got well on top. And unfortunately, we couldn't finish off to come home with the 3 points. But there's a lot of positives to take out of that. We spoke about it last week in terms of the amount of chances that we're creating. And again, we created quite a bit. I'm sure that once, the boys are still finding themselves. We haven't clicked as a unit, but I think once that comes, there's very positive signs.
And the changes you made at half-time, or particularly in the second half, bringing on Jonathan Bulgaris, I thought he brought a lot of presence up forward and seemed to pressure the back four there for South Melbourne in the second half a lot better.
Yeah, look, for sure. I think both changes come off for us. We changed our shape a little bit, and when you get people running at players, it's always very hard, and Johnny's very good at doing that. And rightly so. When he was going at him, we were creating quite a bit, and ended up getting a couple of people into really good scoring chances or opportunities. Again, we've got to be a little bit more clinical in saying that because, you don't want to be going begging all year and saying, well, we created without converting. So I think it's time now that we start to convert.
And what are the likely team changes in the coming weeks? Because Dan Heffernan back from injury soon, or?
Oh, look, he'll undergo another a test, a fitness test, and if he pulls through, then obviously he's one that we need to think about. But we've got a massive month of football coming up, so we will have to make some changes. Maybe rotate a couple of players, and hopefully, with the depth we've got, I'm quite positive that we'll still keep getting some results.
Well, George, good performance today, particularly in the second half, and good luck for the coming weeks.
Thanks, guys. Thanks very much.
After the game, we're here with South Melbourne coach Chris Taylor. Chris, a game of two halves, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, pretty much the same as we had the week before, two teams battling away. I probably felt we were clearly better in the first half and probably should have been a couple of goals up, but it wasn't to be. And, as soon as that as soon as they break through and get that goal, all of it suddenly becomes an avalanche, and it was hard work in the end.
I was particularly impressed with Nicholas Epifano from the South Melbourne side.
Look, I thought Nick did well at times. I thought other boys did well, but we were very inconsistent throughout the game. We had good patches of football, but then we had poor shape and discipline at times.
And how's it been this season? Because South Melbourne, being the reigning champions, obviously have become the hunted this year. So how's it been coping with that sort of pressure each week?
Well, look, the difficulty for us, and we had two changes today that were forced changes. I mean, our players are dropping down like flies. So the injuries are certainly mounting up, whereas this time last year, we never had any injury problems. But, as you saw today, two players come off with injuries, and all of a sudden you have to refocus and change the whole team. And
who the boys got coming up in the coming weeks?
I think we play Green Gully next Saturday, and then Melbourne Knights at home the following week. So, a few tough games.
A few tough games, and there's certainly no easy games. Well, Chris, all the best for the rest of the season, and thanks for giving us your time here on HUFC TV.
Thank you. Ta.